right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Missouri Instructional Leaders Network, where we bring together Missouri instructional leaders to share their experiences, grow professional relationships, and build curriculum and instruction skills. My name is Valerie Montgomery, and our guest this morning is Dr. Callee McElwain.
Calee McElwain. Yes, it's difficult to pronounce.
Oh, I didn't say it correctly. Say it again.
Calee McElwain.
McElwain. Okay. And she is from iCEV. She's going to share with us some of the resources that they have available to Missouri schools. So good morning, and how are you today?
Oh, good morning. Thank you for asking. So yes, I'm doing really great. And I thought I'd maybe just give you just a little bit of background about where I came from in education. I spent 26 years actually in public education in Missouri in a variety of roles in a variety of different schools. I started in a small rural and I finished in a small rural district in a classroom of I had 10 kids. I mean, the whole district had 100. I also spent the bulk of my time at Ray Peck with 12 years of experience there. And I was an instructional coach, curriculum specialist. So I've been a classroom teacher, a curriculum specialist, instructional coach, and a curriculum director at a little bit larger rural district. And so I've been entrenched with curriculum and assessments and those kind of things for several years. And when I was looking for something possibly after retirement, I found iCEV. I had actually purchased iCEV for my CTE teachers at my previous district. My ag teacher brought it to me and he said, "Hey, I want you to look at this. Like, I've got the money. I don't need money, but I want you to look at it and tell me what you think about it." And I looked at it and I said, "Yeah, wow, that's great. It's reasonably priced. And I think our business and facts teachers need it." And so I bought it for all of our CTE programs at that district, realizing that it was a great value. And then ironically, there was a position for the state of Missouri territory, and I was able to come on board last summer. So I'm approaching my year anniversary with iCEV. And in the last year, I've learned a lot, and we've gone through some changes and added some content. And we are kind of just working the state of Missouri and aligning some things specific to Missouri. So we're actually doing some things that are specific to Missouri schools and specific to some rural schools as well. So I'll be excited to share some of those things that we have.
Great. All right, well, I'll let you take it away.
All right, well, I'm going to share my screen. I've got a presentation. All right, are you able to see my screen then?
Yep.
Okay, so iCEV actually stands for Creative Educational Videos. We were founded in Texas. Our main office is in Lubbock by an ag teacher who decided that he couldn't be an expert on everything. And he started having industry professionals provide some videos for his kids. And it just grew from there. And creative educational videos then grew into that. So it used to be VHS tapes, DVDs. And when we came online, we added the I to it, which is kind of like, iPhone, iPad, and those kind of things. We added that. And so we are an online curriculum with instructional materials. And we also have certification testing. Now, we are not meant to replace a teacher. We are really a resource. We're really almost like an online textbook resource. So again, here's where it was founded. We were founded in 1984, and we do team with industry recognized specialists and industry professionals, and we create quality educational content. We have more than 100 courses. All of our courses have PowerPoints and videos, so we have a lot of videos and slides, and we have interactive assessments and activities as well. And I'm not going to read every slide to you. I just wanted to kind of give an overview of kind of what you get when you go with iCEV. So iCEV courses look something like this. So this is actually kind of a screenshot of a course called Drone Theory and Design. This is one of our new courses we just brought on board in the last year. We actually have 3 drone courses. One of them is the prep content for the FAA Section 107 remote pilot training. So that's really cool. And most of our our courses, our full courses comprised of 10 to 30 lessons. And being in education so long, some of that I almost liken to a unit rather than a lesson, because some of those lessons span multiple days. Our courses can be self-paced or instructor-led. There are some that lend themselves a little more to being self-paced. There's some of our courses on the business platform, and some of our things as kids can really kind of work through that with an instructor kind of just facilitating it. But some of our courses, some of our ag courses with ag power and possibly, welding, like you can't do that self-paced. Like you're gonna have to have an instructor, and you're gonna have to be in a shop to do that. And all of our courses are customizable to adapt to our needs. So I've actually been building some custom courses for the state of Missouri, and it's very user-friendly and very easy to do. Our courses are all flexible, and they're ready to teach, and they're CTE courses. We've also got some, they're not all CTE. We do have a few elective type courses that we've been working on. They're all aligned to state and national standards. And we have, multiple preps and one tool. So when I talk to rural districts, a lot of times I'll ask them, how many preps do you have? I'll ask the teacher, how many preps do you have? And they'll say 5, 6. Well, yes, we are one tool for all of those preps. We also have automatic grading, which makes things easy. So all of our interactive assignments are graded automatically within the platform. And everything is also shareable in learning management systems. So again, that's our LMS integrations. We integrate with all of the learning management systems: Google Classroom, Schoology, Blackboard, Canvas. Any learning management system you're using, we do integrate with that. I will say, I feel like personally, maybe our most friendly integration is Google Classroom. It seems to be really easy and user-friendly for our teachers and students. We also have single sign-on integration, and I did use this at my previous district when I was curriculum director and worked with our technology person to use Clever, so our students could use a single sign-on, and it was actually very, very easy to do. Our lessons are comprised, so you saw that on the course level, you saw a picture that looked very similar to this with the course level, which had all of the courses. In the course level, there's also a pacing guide that you can open up in a new tab. It's downloadable, it's printable if you want, and it'll show you what the course is comprised of for the entire course. So essentially, it's a pacing guide. And then you get into the lesson. So when you click on a specific lesson within a course, and this lesson is called Consumer Decision Making, and it is in the Personal Financial Literacy course, you will be able to view the lesson plan. So we've got some buttons up here where you can view a lesson plan, and then the student grades report. That's something when you have all of your students set up. But if you view the lesson plan, it'll open that up in a new tab, and it will show you exactly what the lesson plan looks like. It's very detailed. You'll see a sample here later in the presentation. And it opens up in a new tab. It's downloadable. It's perfect for new teachers. It's perfect for substitutes. And then for our veteran teachers, it really just gives them options of ideas of things if they're looking for maybe something new, a new activity, or maybe they need a new bell ringer or an exit ticket or something like that. It has all that information for them. And within the lesson also, then you will see instructional materials and interactive assignments. Both of those banners open up, and the instructional materials and interactive assignments are listed. We have multimedia content. So every lesson comes with either a video or a PowerPoint. And then all of our supporting coursework. So when I told you you'd be able to see the interactive assignments or just the regular assignments or activities, this is what you'll see. Some of them are printables, and then some of them are available interactively as well. So for instance, the canine anatomy, you can see that looks very printable. It is a student handout. It would appear in the interactive portion, looking just like that with a drag and drop option on where they would have a word bank and they'd be able to drag and drop it. So that's kind of how those look different. So we do have student handouts, projects, activities. We provide rubrics. So it's pretty comprehensive. We also have vocabulary with every lesson. So essentially it's basically like you're getting a glossary. And we also have assessments. Our assessments are typically quick checks with 5 to 10 multiple choice. Again, those can be printable or they can be interactive and graded for you. We also have the key concepts. We call that key concepts, which are basically interactive notes. And we have those with almost every lesson. I told you you'd see a sample of our pre-made lesson plan. So this is one of the lesson plans that you would see. This is actually for basic shop safety. And this is a lesson on personal protective equipment. So we just updated our basic shop safety last summer, and it needed an upgrade. It was a little antiquated. So it's been really well received, and it's one of our most used courses because we have a large customer base of ag teachers. So basic shop safety is one of the main things that they have to teach. And so you will see a lesson plan. Usually it's multiple pages, but it looks very similar to this in all lessons. You have the overview. It tells you how long it takes, what the media is. Is it video? Is it a PowerPoint? How many minutes of instruction? Is it, 30 slides, 12 slides, 100 slides? What's the content? How many classes should it take? And there's a goal, there's a description, and there's your objectives. And then you will see what you should do at each class. Essential questions, a bell ringer, step 2, step 3. So it's a very detailed. And we also provide accommodations and modifications and extensions at the end of the lesson plan as well. So we're meeting all of those populations. Of course, we have our goals and learning objectives, like I mentioned. We have bell ringers and exit tickets. And within our platform, you can also see, usually with our pacing guide is where we have our alignments. We also have action plans for students. So then this is a student version of the lesson plan. So then they kind of know what they're doing if they're doing something self-paced. And these are the areas that we provide curriculum for. So we have agriculture science. That probably has the most courses on it. It is our biggest, it's our biggest customer base, like I mentioned, because that's what we were founded in. So it has a lot of courses. Then we have architecture, construction, and manufacturing. We have business marketing, finance, IT, and media. We have a career exploration, a health science, family and consumer sciences, law, public safety, corrections, and security, middle school digital literacy and career exploration, science, technology, engineering, and math. And we've just added a couple of more. So we're continuing to add to our curriculum areas. So we just added transportation with automotive, diesel, and small engines. We acquired Today's Class, which was another curriculum platform, which had automotive, and then cosmetology and barbering. We also acquired AES, Applied Educational Systems, which are combining with our health sciences and our business platform to make it very robust and be a great offering. So yes, we have different areas. I'm just going to click through these fairly quickly, just because I wanted you to be able to see kind of what the content areas are in those. So you've got in ag science, you've got all of the platforms. So I think one of the greatest things about our platform is when you purchase the curriculum content area. So you would purchase agriculture science, and you would get all of these content areas and all of the courses within those. So it's kind of a one-stop shop. So you don't have to, if you have 5 preps as an ag teacher, you don't have to purchase a textbook for vet science, and you don't have to purchase one for horticulture, and then one for ag science 1, and one for ag power, and one for small engine and basic shop safety. You don't have to purchase a specific resource for each of those. You get to purchase it for just one thing, and you get access to all the content for your students. And there's our architecture, construction, and manufacturing. And again, those are all of the things. So that's where you get our construction and things like that. Welding is in here. And then you'll notice some of our content areas overlap between different, or some of our courses overlap. So welding is also in ag. Business we have a lot of information with our business. And one of the things that we've created also for Missouri is a personal finance course that actually is aligned to the state of Missouri, which, since it's a graduation requirement, that's a great news. And our career exploration has a lot of really great soft skills. So we want those students to have those soft skills. We're wanting them to be able to communicate effectively, write a resume, maybe explore some different kinds of jobs and things like that, prepare to go to college or the workforce or whatever. And it has a lot of lessons for those things. STEM is our newest platform, and it has not only a lot of courses that would be very similar to Project Lead the Way type engineering courses. We also have the drone courses that are available on this platform. And then our middle school digital literacy and career exploration, that was one of our new platforms that we added just this school year. And it is really great for those middle school Explo courses. So we get all of the Explo, the ag, the facts, health science, business, STEM. So you're getting all those Explo courses. Then you're getting the career information, which is similar to what you would see on the high school platform. There's keyboarding, and I believe it's going to be updated and look really great after we get all the AES stuff pulled over. And then we have digital literacy 6th, 7th, and 8th. So within that, you get a lot of the Google app lessons, and then there's a lot of tech app challenges in those. So like your kids would create a podcast or maybe create an app for something or a presentation. So they're doing kind of some cool things on their own, and they get a lot of freedom for that. And then our law, public safety, corrections, and security, we get the drone, you get the drone courses on that platform as well. And we are in almost every career center that has a law instructor because they have all just been using our information. They like to have the drones, and then our stuff is aligned to their state curriculum. And then our FACS is aligned to the national FACS standards. So when you actually log in and look at our FACS platform, these areas, these content areas will actually have the numbers in front of them. So it might say 14.0 child development. And if you're a FACS teacher, that makes sense to you because that's the national standard. And then health science is actually going to be very robust now that we've added our AES information. So we're actually going to have the CNA content prep to take the certified nursing assistant, anatomy and physiology is coming over, patient care tech. So I think phlebotomy is one of the new ones that's coming. So we've got some new content coming that's supposed to be ready by this fall. And then our transportation came from today's class, and it actually aligns with all of the ACE standards, the ASE standards, and those are where those industry recognized credentials come in. So we prepare students to be certified and take those assessments. And the same with the cosmetology and barbering. So we actually are aligned to the national standards and prepare them to be able to take their boards. So industry, we also have industry certifications, and I'll go through my presentation. So we prepare for all industry, not all, we prepare for most industry certifications that Missouri DESE recognizes, but we actually house some of our own. So you'll see Southwest Airlines there. We house their professional communications certification that they require all of their employees to take. They approached us, again, we're Texas based, so they are too, and they approached us about housing that. And so we house it, and then we provide the prep content. So when you purchase iCEV, you get prep content for all of our certifications that we house as well. And these are just some of the certifications that we do house. Principles of small engine technology on this page is one that is approved on the DESE approval list. So I know that's one of the MSIP 6, one of the components of MSIP 6 is success ready students. And one of the areas where you can earn points is by passing an industry recognized credential that is approved by the state, approved by DESE. Well, this is small engine. We do also prepare for a lot of those on the state recommendation or the state list. They're just housed in a different section on our website. So we also prepare for the Microsoft, which they call it Mouse. We prepare for the NOCD. We prepare for the FAA Section 107. We just don't house those. We house a few of our own. So that is kind of it in a nutshell. I do actually have one other slide that I wanted to share that's kind of specific to Missouri, if I've got time for that.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm going to stop sharing for a second so that I can pull it up. Pardon me. Let me see. Excuse me.
Well, I can see coming from I spent a lot of time in a charter school, and I know electives were always kind of a challenge when you don't have a huge staff, but you've got students who are interested in such a variety of courses. So I can see how this is really helpful to our smaller rural schools.
Yes.
In giving choice to students.
Yes.
And then also, preparing for real life career.
Yes. I would like to show one additional slide that is specific to Missouri. So I will share this screen now. Can you see that iCEV for Missouri?
I don't see it.
Wait. Now
go.
You should. Okay. So we have been working on some Missouri specific things, like I said, specific for some of these rural school districts that we know have multiple contents, multiple preps. You might have kids in a classroom in like third hour, let's say, and you've got they're going to VOTEC for the afternoon, but they need their third science credit, but they don't have an hour to be able to have that, so they're thrown in with physical science kids. Well, we could help them with that by providing them a site license, where then the school has access to our entire platform. So if you purchase a site license with iCEV, you get access to all of our platform, the entire platform. And then there's some specific courses that you can see at the bottom. So I just wanted to let you know that that's something that is available. It makes a lot of sense for our rural districts that are trying to meet the needs of their students. I will tell you, I have one specific district that I talked to, and I don't think she would mind me mentioning her name because she told me to throw it out there and tell anybody if they wanted to call her, and she would tell them how great it is and how she's using it. So it is Carrie Draley from Montrose. And she's purchasing a site license for next school year. She has 50 students in her grade 7-12. So it's a very small rural, but she says, I'm able now to take my social studies teacher who teaches, the general social studies classes, but he's also going to be able to teach a forensics class. So a cool elective that he wouldn't have been able to teach because they either didn't have a resource or something like that. So she's pretty excited about that. Her business teacher, she is actually going to have them teach our personal financial literacy course, which is aligned 100% to Missouri's learning standards. It meets everything. And we have aligned those, and those alignments will be coming out on our website at some point. And she's using that, and she's replacing what she was using before, and it's quite a bit cheaper, I will say. She's like, oh yeah, I'm able to offset the cost. This is very easy. Those are just two ways that she is going to use it. And then I've also developed a health course that is a semester course aligned to Missouri learning standards. With a site license purchase, you get access to all that content so that you can build a custom course very simply with that. So I just wanted you to know that that was one other thing we had. And then that's my information. So I am the Missouri Territory Manager, and you can find me online on iCEV, or here's my information here, my cell phone, email. And again, I'm in charge of the state of Missouri. I have a part-time person that works with me as well. Her name is Marilyn Allen. She's a retired educator as well. She retired a little bit more from the CTE and Project Lead the Way space. And she was spent most of her career on the St. Louis side. And I spent most of my career on the Kansas City area side. So we kind of span the state together.
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much for this. This is really helpful. And I will, I'll share this info with our network. And then if they are interested in more info, they can reach out to you.
Yes, we're available. We visit in person, we visit virtually. We provide professional development and training. We do that all on our own. We don't charge extra for that. And we also provide pilots. So if you want to try it before you buy it, you can get a 30-day pilot and kind of look at it and see, what everything, if it meets your needs and what all you get access to. And again, we're there for questions as well during that time. And we also provide for student teachers. I know this is kind of big for student teachers. We provide access to that platform for whatever they're student teaching in for that semester of student teaching for free. So that's kind of our philanthropy, our giving back. And so that's been something that's been very well received.
Yeah, I would imagine just getting started as a teacher, having access to all of this curriculum would be so helpful.
So far, we've mostly used that with our ag teachers. A lot of them have used it. I told you that's our biggest customer base right now. So a lot of them are familiar with it from the student point of view. And then when they were starting to get the word out there that they realize they can have access there when they student teach, they remember using it as a student, and then they want access while they're student teaching. And so we're really starting to get into that space a little bit.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. I will be sure to share this with everyone, and I hope that we get some schools getting access to this, because this looks like it's really helpful for students and teachers.
It really is. And again, I see the value in it because I purchased textbooks. I purchased this for my teachers. So I can speak to the value with what you get content wise for the price that you're paying. And I mean, because I compare it to the last few textbooks that I purchased where I was only getting one area. So I might have purchased a health textbook, and then I purchased a chemistry, and then a 6-8 science. So I can kind of take that, break it down into what it cost me per year per student with my 6-year purchase or whatever. And I can tell you that we are very competitive.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then your textbook can become outdated really quickly. So,
and we update our stuff constantly. We're constantly going through updates. They've got systems where things are updated every 3-ish years. Our certifications are updated, I believe, every 3 years. And then everything else is updated, kind of on an as needed basis as we're adding new things. And we do take a lot of teacher feedback as well. So we have a lot of teachers that'll say, oh, this is really great. This really needs to be updated. And that's kind of why Basic Shop Safety got updated last year, because they had so much feedback that it needs to be updated. And so they put it on the priority and updated it.
Okay, good to know. All right, well, thank you so much. And like I said, I'll be posting this for others to see. So I hope we have some more Missouri schools implementing this.
Well, I hope so too. And we're here to help. I mean, I know I'm in curriculum sales as well, but my heart also goes out to school districts, and I want to help them, my instructional coach background, curriculum specialist background. I'm still about helping teachers and providing them with quality resources.
Yes, very much. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to seeing Shauna and possibly you at some other conferences this summer and in the fall.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll see you then.
All right. Thank you.